Hi, I'm Shai Rose. Thank you for clicking on my video, and today we're making shrimp stuffed peppers. So these are the ingredients that you'll be needing today. I will be listing everything in the description box below that you'll need, but these is what I'm going to be using today. I knew something was ignited. When you left, I wanted more. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut up your peppers. Since the yellow one was the smallest one, I chose to dice that one up, and then I just halved the other two and cleaned out all the insides and all the seeds. So now you want to turn on your fire on medium heat with your skillet, and I add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to my pan, and then just swirl the pan around so that the olive oil can distribute around the pan evenly. So now you can add your onions. I bought my onions already diced up because I'm lazy, but you can dice up your onion and then add it to your skillet. And I just use the big spoon to move it around just so that it covers the entire skillet. And then you want to take whichever pepper you chose to cut up and add it to the skillet as well, and then mix everything around just so you can start to cook. Make sure your heat is on medium to low because you don't want it to cook too fast. Now you want to add just 1 teaspoon of olive oil to the shrimps, and then I just move my shrimps around just so that all the shrimps can be coated evenly with the olive oil. And then you can start to season your shrimps. I usually use garlic and herb as well, but I ran out and I didn't realize until I was starting to cook. So I usually add that too, but in this video it won't be there, but I will still list it below because I usually cook with that. I was just missing it this time. So you just add all your seasonings to your shrimp, and then you want to mix that around as well. So this is how your shrimps should look after you've seasoned them, and this is how your peppers and onions should look while they're cooking down. So while I was seasoning the shrimps, I did turn my heat down just a little bit lower so that the peppers and onions wouldn't cook too fast before I had time to add my shrimps. But now that I'm going to add my shrimps, I'm going to turn the fire back up to medium, and then I'm going to add my shrimps and then mix it all together so they can start to cook. So this is how it looks all together, and now I'm going to add my spinach. I did cut up my spinach off camera before I added it to the skillet. So I just took some kitchen scissors and just cut it up so that I don't have really big leaves in there, so that they won't clump together. Usually if you have really big leaves in there, they tend to stick together, whereas if you cut it up, you can distribute it a little bit more throughout your dish. So I just cut it up and then I add it to the skillet, and then I'm going to mix it all together. Now you want to add your tomato paste. Now how thick you want this to be is dependent on how much you add. I wanted mine to really stick together and clump together so they can hold together inside of the pepper. So I added the entire can. But if you don't want it to be that thick, then of course just don't add that, maybe like half the can. But again, I wanted mine to be really thick and hold together. So I added the entire can, and then I'm going to mix it all together.
Why you talking in code, no reason? Why you got me on hold, I'm beeping. I knew something was ignited. When you left, I wanted more. All I wanna do is get to know you. East to west to north to south, the whole you.
So now it's time to stuff the peppers. So I lined the pan with aluminum foil, and then I sprayed it with non-stick cooking oil. And now I'm going to stuff the peppers. What I usually do is I try to stuff them, but I don't overstuff them because I don't want to run out of the mixture. So I stuff them just enough, and then if I happen to have some left, then I'll fill in any peppers that I feel like don't have enough of the mixture.
My time is of the essence, don't you know? If you give me a day, believe me when I say that I could be the presence that you want. So tell me you got it right now, but you got all it right now. Tell me and you got it right now, now. Yeah, tell me and you got it right now, but you got all it right now. Tell me and you got it right now. If you like, then you and I.
So now it's time to add the cheese. I try not to overdo it. I put just enough on each one. You can use whichever cheese you like. I use this one. So after I finish doing this, I'm going to cover the pan with aluminum foil on top, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven. Now you want to put this in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Now the time is dependent on you and your preference of how you want your pepper to be. If you want your pepper to be just a tad bit soft and still have a nice crunch and thickness to it, then you want to go for more like 30-35 minutes. But if you want a nice soft pepper, which is what I prefer, it's a little bit easier to eat and cut, I put it in the oven for 40 minutes. And this is the finished product. You can check my Instagram if you want to see how I've paired it with different sides for meals. And this is it. It's very quick. It's very easy to make. Thank you for clicking on my video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you try it out, if you make it and you like it, please hit me up. Let me know. Tag me if you like it. And if there's any other recipes that you want me to make and show, let me know. Thank you. Bye.